Welcome to the 2015 U.S.
Welcome to the 2015 U.S. National Table Tennis Championships. My name is Sean O'Neill, along with Corey
around
Iyer.
the United States have arrived. Timothy Wang, Jimmy Butler, Lily Zheng, and Prati Jha are just a few of the 700 players who have competed this in the 2015 U.S. National Table Tennis Championship, live from Brooklyn Bowl at the Link Casino in Las Vegas. Brought to you by Yola Tables. Yola Tables.
Welcome to the 2015 U.S. National Table Tennis Championships. My name is Sean O'Neill, along with Corey Iyer. We've got great action here from the Brooklyn Bowl here in Las Vegas. It's got men's and women's singles on set for you tonight. Corey, what are your thoughts going into this tournament?
It's been absolute madness, Sean. Upsets all over the place. We're in altitude, and the ball's bouncing wild and crazy.
Tonight we're going to have the women's singles start first. What are your thoughts going into this match?
Anything could happen, Sean. They haven't played each other domestically or internationally except for one time, which was 4 years ago. But it's going to be a close match for sure.
Following the women's singles, we'll have the men's singles with Mark Hazinski and Feng Yijun. What are your thoughts going into that one?
We have the veteran against the rookie, and Feng Yijun is the rookie, and Mark Hazinski is the veteran. He's been here before 3 times now, Sean, so that match is going to be very interesting for the viewers.
So next up will be the women's singles warm-up. We'll have that live for you here at the Brooklyn Bowl.
A quick reminder that we would like you to make
Stay with us. We'll be right back for the warm-up.
Not at all. Your cell phones are silenced or put on vibrate for more pleasure. And make sure that you enjoy food and drinks throughout the night. Don't forget to tip your wait staff. They deserve it. This event is being sponsored by Yola, Nitaku, Paddle Palace, and Brooklyn Bowl. And you can expect some world-class play here from the top players, making it down to the final 2 in the women's singles and men's singles as well.
Welcome back to the women's singles final here on the final table of USA's Table Tennis's National Championship here in Las Vegas at the Brooklyn Bowl. My name is Sean O'Neill, alongside with Corey Iyer. Corey, what a matchup we have tonight.
Sean, it's awesome. We have Jennifer Wu and Jiaqi starting for the women's final. They came here together from Beijing, just 2 years apart. Jennifer's been in the States since 2008. Jiaqi's been here since 2006. And they play a little bit different style, but their level of play is pretty much the same.
So right now, entering the court is the Pan Am Women's Singles Gold Medalist, Jennifer Wu. She won that title and a ticket to Rio in Toronto this past summer, and her opponent, who's about to enter the arena,
her second national championships ever, the 3rd seed coming from San Jose, California,
Zheng, playing for ICC.
27-year-old Jiaqi, the Jackhammer
Jiaqi, Sean, she got to the United States in 2006. She's fighting hard for the World Team Championships, which the trials are going on tomorrow. And
now our players will have a short warm-up. But before that, we're going to be having our
So coming up for this women's singles final, there'll be a 1-minute warm-up with these 2 champion players. Again, In the purple, Jennifer Wu. On the far side, on the near side, representing ICC, will be Jiaqi Zheng, who will now do the national anthem.
If I could everyone please stand and face the flag. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Excellent job by Patrick Vahey. And don't forget to be cheering loudly for all the points. Those who are cheering loudest here are going to be most likely to get free gifts from our sponsors. And let me tell you, I've seen the gifts. They are gifts you will regret not winning.
Choose blue or red.
So right now, Corey, they're going to go ahead and choose the serve and receive with a coin flip.
Jiaqi serve.
So Jiaqi has won the toss and has elected to serve. They're going to have a 1-minute warm-up right now. So Corey, looking at these style matchups, we've got Jiaqi Zheng on the near side with the pen holder grip. Her opponent, Jennifer Wu, plays the traditional shake hands. Looking at just the grips themselves, what are things that we should be looking for in this match?
One thing you're going to see off of Jiaqi, the pen holder, that you're not going to see out of Jennifer, which is the shake hander, is Jiaqi is going to hit on the forehand side, which the ball's not going to have quite as much rotation as when Jennifer's hitting the forehand. Jennifer's going to be heavy spinning everything on both sides, playing really fast off the bounce. Jiaqi's backhand is inverted. She's going to use the red side, so she's going to be able to spin quite a bit on that side. And on the forehand, it's going to be more of a flat hit. But the one interesting tidbit about Jiaqi's game that you'll have to watch is she twiddles. She serves with the smooth side and then twiddles and uses the forehand side with the short pips.
So we've got two contrasting styles, former teammates in Beijing. Both these players would love to get the women's singles title on their resume. It'll be the first time either one. Jiaqi played last year, was upset in the semifinals by Crystal Wong. This time for Jennifer Wu, first women's singles title. And there you can see that reverse pen holder backhand on the left side with Jiaqi. Jennifer Wu using more of a classic shake hand grip, allowing her to get a little bit more top spin, just also allowing her to leave the table a bit.
And Sean, talking to Jennifer before the match, and she really kind of spelled out for me that this has really been her dream since she came to the United States, to not only represent the United States in the Olympics, but to be crowned national champion. And this is the first time Jennifer's got to compete in the national championships. So we'll see if she's able to make her dream come true tonight.
Well, Jennifer has been playing excellent throughout this tournament, taking out Lily Zhang, one of our perennial top players and defending champions, so she's really had it going on here in Las Vegas. I can't think of a better environment here at the Brooklyn Bowl. Center court, big money at stake. Both players looking to create some momentum as we head into Rio.
No question, Sean. Jiaqi's trying to punch her ticket, and Jennifer, she's in the driver's seat. All the pressure's off her. The only pressure for Jennifer really is just the national title part of it versus Jiaqi has the national title implications, the world team implications, and Olympic implications. So there's a lot on the line for Jiaqi Zheng tonight.
And I know both players have their respective fans in the audience. Of course, on the near side with Jiaqi Zheng, the ICC club out of Milpitas is cheering for her. And for Jennifer, she's got two clubs in the New York area, one being Spin Club,
and the other one being the New York Indoor Sports Club, which is owned by Xiao Yu, who's a current player in the U.S. as well. He's been in the U.S. for a long time. And Jennifer actually plays out of both of those clubs. So she has to kind of travel around New York to make sure she can find optimal practice partners.
So I know the fans are ready. It is standing room only here at the Brooklyn Bowl. The lighting conditions, the table, the flooring, everything has been raised to the premium level, including the balls. So we should have just the most exciting match possible. Looks like
all
the
right,
players
who wants some racket cases from Paddle Palace?
Ready to go with a couple of backhand loops.
Up in the balcony, nobody wants a racket case? VIP section? Some noise over here? Frisbee style, nice catch. I got one more. Who else wants a racket case? Paddle Palace. This section's by far the loudest. I don't want them to go home with all the racket perfection. Over here, up in the balcony. I don't know. Distance? Yes, it made it. Did not land on the court. Ultimate Frisbee, runner up.
Flash over there.
College team. I don't know. Let's see what else we have in this bag here. Oh, we've got a paddle case. Anyone want a paddle case?
Lean back.
I don't know if I can get it all the way over there. Up in the top. Oh, it's stuck forever. Congratulations, Brooklyn Bull. You've got a new paddle case. Larry, don't die for it. Seriously, it's not worth it. It's a good paddle case. We'll get it for you later. Everybody should want a new racket case. It's Yasta's child in the crowd. Baby Rather, looking good. We have the same hairstyle normally. All right, this is going to be a best of 7 women's singles finals. Make some noise!
It's time. Best of 7. Zheng serve.
All right,
first game.
we're about to begin.
0-0.
Jiaqi to begin serving. Best of 7 for the women's singles national title here at the Brooklyn Bowl.
Zero one.
Sean, it looks like Jennifer has no nerves early on. She comes out with a great drop shot, and they're the second point of the game already with a flip kill.
Both these players have such strong serve and receive games. Whoever can get the upper hand on the first 2 shots will have a big advantage.
3-0.
And Jiaqi with a big forehand smash. That is her trademark shot. Anytime she can line up that forehand kill right off the bounce, look for her to go cross court.
Ooh, Sean. I bet she was happy to see that ball trickle over.
Incorrect score over here. It's reverse. No, not on the monitor.
We're just having a little score correction here. The score is actually Jiaqi has 2, Jennifer has 3.
Right now they're correcting the score.
This is, huh? It has to be sweet.
No, the score's actually correct, Sean. It is 2 serving 3. Yeah, now they got it straightened out.
Okay, it's okay. 2, 3.
You know, Corey, that ability of Jennifer to misdirect that forehand, you see her do a little bit of a head fake and body fake.
Sean, we saw that all day yesterday, too, when she was playing Lily Zheng of the United States. Lily never got quite a comfortable feeling because Jennifer can take that forehand anywhere. Jennifer's redirection, Sean, is better than any players in the country, male or female. It's partially because her footwork is so good.
And once again, Jennifer Wu able to get a very strong backhand opening, putting the pressure on Jiaqi Zheng. What a deep serve by Jiaqi.
Yeah, that caught the back edge there, Sean. And like I was mentioning in the warm-up, Jennifer's done an impeccable job so far as implementing her game plan. Heavy spinning off both sides. Not letting Jiaqi get that forehand off.
And you could see, Corey, on that last push, Jennifer's really trying to dig the ball so that she doesn't give Jiaqi anything to work with. So far, Corey, this has been all Jennifer, just really moving the ball around, taking her time.
It really has, and that's the mark of a great player too, Sean. And Jennifer not letting Jiaqi do what she wants to do. Another redirection shot with the forehand, and that is so hard to reach. Her positioning with her body is so good that she could go down the line or cross court on that shot.
Jennifer just a steel wall on that last one. Jiaqi got the opening, but Jennifer able to return it with one more ball into the backhand court, and now we're at game point. So Jennifer Wu takes game number 1 in a very convincing fashion, 11-4. A little bit of a surprise there, Corey?
Not surprised at all, Sean. Jennifer came out and just put her game plan to use. She's being coached now by Coach Bo's son. I think if I'm Bo's son, I just tell her to keep doing what you're doing. I wouldn't change anything. Jiaqi has to change something, though. She doesn't have a choice. She can't let that game keep going like that, or she's going to be out of the Brooklyn Bowl in a hurry.
So yeah, definitely we've seen Jennifer able to get her forehand with a very good defense. Jiaqi going for a little bit of too much offense, almost forcing the issues here. So clearly Jennifer continuing off where she went in the previous match with Lily
How about
Zheng.
this? You got something even more valuable. She's just kind of looking down, trying to search for some answers. Coach Leon's out way out of the ICC, trying to help her out a little bit.
We got more coming, make some noise, make
maybe
some
play a little
noise.
bit more short game with Jennifer. That might be the
Front
answer.
row.
Make Jennifer move a little bit more in out
Game
because
two
her
coming up.
side-to-side movement is just so
Keep the
good.
energy up, guys. Game 2 right here.
A
More
lot of
prizes later.
focus now on the far side with Jiaqi Zheng playing out of ICC. Both these players were teammates on the 2015 Pan Am Games gold medal team. Now they're facing each other for the women's singles title.
She's got to stay away from that forehand, Sean. She tried to get her in the middle there, but her footwork's been so good all tournament long, and that's really what's gotten her shots off. Her footwork, her positioning.
What a deep serve by Jennifer Wu. She just stepped into that serve and delivered almost an ace right into the body.
Well, so much for short, Sean. Right out of the gate, first 3 points, they each served each other long.
Corey, it looks like Jennifer is going to be using that fading forehand. So the players have now, at least Jennifer has gotten a small warning to make sure her toss goes vertically. Must be go up 6 inches. Again, a little bit of a head fake there. Got a high ball.
Sean, I'm so impressed with how poised and in control Jennifer has been so far.
Left. 3, 2.
Wow, Jennifer just moving the ball with ease around the table. Jiaqi almost looks like she's a half a step slow, while Jennifer's just pretty much dictating the action. Again, Corey, just strong court pressure, both wide out to the forehand, slowing up to the backhand. Jennifer's really having no problems getting her forehand unloaded on any of these points.
I was waiting for that for Jiaqi to start doing a little bit of that. Jennifer's serving that ball half long on purpose because she doesn't want to play a bunch of short stuff with Jiaqi. And now Jiaqi finally realized that ball was going long. She spun it.
Oh, another great forehand down the line. Just really neutralizes Jiaqi.
There's just no reason, Sean, for her to take the first ball deep to Jennifer's forehand. That's a much better starting point. Start with Jennifer's backhand, because Jennifer's backhand's good, but it's not as dangerous as the forehand side.
She's not going to use any type of faking angle off of that, whereas the forehand, she really can go both directions. Right now, 5 serving 6, game 2. And that's the Jiaqi Zheng forehand smash. When Jiaqi is smashing that ball, it is so difficult to return. You see the heavy topspin loop, a quick hit, and then another power smash right out to the forehand side. Jiaqi can make 2 or 3 of those a game. She can definitely turn this around. Tied up at 6-all now in game 2. Best of 7 here at the Brooklyn Bowl. Oh, what a backhand loop. That's the first drive that we've seen from Jiaqi Zheng down the line. Really going right into the beast of the forehand.
Yeah, if you're going to go there, you better go with something good, and that's that time she did.
Oh, that serve popped up a little too high. Jennifer Wu.
Looked like she misread that one a little bit, Sean. She thought that was backspin, but it was a little bit of side top.
Jiaqi again going for a deep serve. Jennifer able to time and control that ball. Oh, got a corner edge, but clearly Jennifer had the upper hand in that rally again, placing the ball so well.
That's the same stuff we saw her do against Lily, Sean, where she's just spraying the ball around the table with that kind of rapid fire topspin.
That's really the first kind of miss that we've seen, Corey, from Jennifer up until this point. She's been so controlled with all of her attacks, really using the tempo to her advantage, and of course these misdirection attacks. That's been the difference all week here in Las Vegas. That time Jiaqi was able to keep the pressure on. We are tied up at 9 apiece here in game 2.
The question's going to be, Sean, now, is she going to serve long again? She's been successful early in the game serving long, but stakes are a little bit different at 9-9.
And trailing 1-0, you don't want to go down 0-2 unnecessarily. And Jiaqi gets the point with the help of the net cord.
Jennifer just rushed that backhand a little bit, Sean. Jiaqi kind of brought it back slow. She just reached a little bit. Just those little differences are the difference in table tennis.
Wow, Jennifer able to get back that first net ball, kept it into play, and we are tied at 10 apiece here in game 2. Jennifer with the serve.
This is a huge point, Sean. These two, whoever wins this game, it's so important for Jiaqi to win this game.
What a forehand counterattack down the line by Jennifer Wu. The very last second, you can just see her get ready to turn her wrist over, completely frustrating Jiaqi with that block. Game point, Jennifer Wu. And Jiaqi with a very nice opening to re-even this at 11 all. What a comeback by Jiaqi after Jennifer sends the serve deep out to the forehand. Jiaqi manages to play the backhand down the line.
She's stretching her out all over the Brooklyn Bowl there, Sean. I don't know how she got back for that wide backhand after that serve by Jennifer.
And Jiaqi Zheng evens up this best-of-7 match with a 13-11 victory to make it 1 game apiece.
4-11 in game 1 to a deuce game. 13-11. And of course, that means more prizes for you, Paddle
So Corey, right now, 1 game apiece, both players showing great offensive firepower, both covering the table extremely well. What are your thoughts going into here, game number 3?
Well, that game, Sean, Jiaqi just played better than she did in the first game. And the thing that Jennifer's going to have to correct is the timing when Jiaqi hits the ball with her short hips. Jiaqi's not playing the ball fast with the short hips. She's playing it actually kind of slow. And Jennifer keeps reaching on that backhand, and that's caused a couple of really crucial unforced errors. But outside of that, I thought the whole game was pretty normal. The points went kind of how I thought the points would go. But you can clearly see they are both settled in now, Sean, and it's going to be great points for the rest of the match from here on out.
We've really seen some amazing shot making so far. Obviously, the player's going to have some mistakes. Of course, playing in the women's singles final, you've got to assume that that's due to the pressure and the level of excitement for this title. Both players would like nothing more than to be crowned U.S. women's singles champion. Corey, it looks like Jiaqi has begun to turn the tide a little bit. After her first attacks, her follow-ups still have a lot of pace on the ball. Have you ever seen such white line ball placement on every single ball?
No, and
Could be
she's
closer
getting
to
to
the
him,
headline.
Sean. That's what's impressive. Oh, almost got that ball back.
Jiaqi less than an inch away from bringing that net ball back.
Jennifer adding a little bit of spin to that flip, Sean. One thing people usually ask me is, what's the difference between Chinese players and American players? And I always tell people the biggest difference is their physical and how good their footwork is. And you can see with these two how fast they play. Their footwork is impeccable.
Oh, you don't get any better than that. Both players fully stretched out. Just toe-to-toe from the backcourt.
And watch their footwork. Watch how many steps they take to make each shot.
Jennifer continuing with both the backhand attacks and the forehand. Jiaqi finally goes long on the forehand. Jennifer now 4-2, leading in game 3. Now 5-2, beginning to create a little bit of space here.
Huge point here, Sean.
So tough not only to come back on your serve, but to break the opponents. Oh, very well done by Jennifer, that backhand opening.
Sean, it's almost like the game plan from Jennifer's perspective is to either go wide, or right in the middle. She's almost never playing into Jiaqi's hitting zone.
Jiaqi's going with a backhand serve right now. Oh, what a great drop shot by Jennifer.
That was so heavy. I could hear when that thing just grabbed the rubber.
And you saw Jennifer decide to change up the return. Went for a little bit on that offensive backhand flip. But that is a pretty big lead. It's 7-3 and the serve. That time Jennifer opted to take the forehand off the bounce cross court. Just sent it off the table a little bit. We've seen her take that ball down the line with her forehand almost exclusively this week.
Yeah, and she hasn't missed it all week.
Ooh, Jiaqi went for a big forehand attack off the short serve.
And I'm surprised she missed that, Sean. That's one of her best shots. She can make that ball in her sleep. Just didn't make it that time. Sean, Jiaqi's winning her fair share of points, but she hasn't created a huge problem for Jennifer yet. And Jennifer's created a lot of problems for Jiaqi. So I think I favor Jennifer kind of moving forward.
That was a nice drop shot there.
I thought I would start to see that. I mentioned that in the games prior, Sean. I would like to see, from Jiaqi's perspective, her start to play some more short game. Make Jennifer work to get her first opening.
It just seems that every time Jennifer gets into an extended rally, her timing both on the backhand, off the bounce, and the forehand, where she has two options, has just been so difficult to handle. There's that
the
forehand.
one you're talking about, Sean, the misdirection.
So Jennifer Wu able to extend her lead 2 games to 1 in this best-of-7 match for the women's singles title here at the Brooklyn Bowl.
Nobody's here from New York.
Both these players going for the women's title. We'll be right back in a moment.
Oh my goodness. Anyone left over? Anyone here from anywhere in New York or California? Represent Texas. Where's Texas at? Texas, you're big enough to be your own country. Hey, speaking of Texas, we got a collegiate national champion here. Emil Santos. How are you enjoying the Brooklyn Bowl? Really nice. He's enjoying the night. He's going to order lots of food and drinks and tip his waitress well. That's what he said. All right, stick around. We got game 4 coming up right here. We're going to see if Jiaqi the Jackhammer can even it up, or if Jennifer Wu's going to step into a 3-1 lead.
Serves 0-0.
and welcome back to the Women's Singles Championship match here at the 2015 U.S. National Championships here at the Brooklyn Bowl. My name is Sean O'Neill alongside with Corey Eider. Corey, right now, Jennifer Wu, a 2-1 lead here in Game 5.
Shows both points this game, they started out and they are just going at it. They are not playing short whatsoever. They're pushing the ball out, and all these rallies are, the ball rotation is so heavy. And the amount of court they're both covering is unbelievable.
That is amazing. First a spin, then a hit by Jennifer Wu, and she has been a steamroller here in this finals, just not backing up an inch and really moving the ball at ease all over the table.
Sean, when I watch other sports, when I watch Tom Brady throw a pass, it looks easy. I feel like I could go do it. And sometimes that's what these guys make, all this stuff that's so difficult, they make it look so easy. And that's when you know you're an expert at what you do, when you can make something that's so difficult look so easy.
3, 1.
And there's the forehand of Jiaqi Zheng, just after a nice forehand opening loop, a quick backhand off the bounce, another backhand to keep it in play, but lining it up, both feet off the ground, nice forehand.
And Sean, you said it earlier, her forehand is kind of like a little jackhammer.
Just really getting into play as quickly as possible and as often as possible. Oh, and Jennifer Wu, once again, showing that she not only has placement, but she's got power when she needs it as well.
Yeah, she loaded that ball up. That ball was a little bit too long from Jiaqi. She can't let her open up that easily. Jennifer got happy with herself for that miss. She's like, I haven't missed that ball all week. Why am I missing it now that we're in the finals?
Both these players have amazing backhand attacks off the bounce. Corey, generally you'd think that Jiaqi with the reverse penholder grip, using the inverted on the backhand side, would have the upper hand backhand to backhand, but so far it's been all Jennifer.
And I think part of that too is when you have something that's so extraordinary. These two ladies practice with each other all the time. They're teammates. They went to the same province, Beijing. So Jennifer's really used to Jiaqi's backhand. And from Jennifer's perspective, one of her biggest strengths is her misdirection. But how do you get used to misdirection? You don't know where the ball's going. She decided the last second where she wants to put it. So Jennifer's advantage over Jiaqi is much bigger than Jiaqi's is over Jennifer.
We could see Jennifer on that last point really trying to work the depth, bringing Jiaqi in for the short drop shot and then pushing it deep.
I'm really surprised, Sean. We haven't seen more of that from Jiaqi. The short, because that's where she has a decided advantage over Jennifer.
And I would say, Corey, on that last ball that Jennifer missed, playing against the tips out rubber on Jiaqi's forehand, sometimes it's tough to gauge how much spin's still on the ball. Like Jennifer reached for the ball a little bit on that last one, but we have not seen many errors off of Jennifer's backhand, not only in this match, but in her semifinals and quarterfinal matches. What a great forehand
The
smash.
jackhammer.
It just came out of nowhere. Jiaqi able to get her body somehow around that ball. And now she takes a lead here in Game 5, 7-6.
Wow.
And again, Jiaqi able to bring that very strong backhand loop back with a forehand smash and begins to get a little bit of momentum herself.
There's the short game I was talking about. She took a long push from Jennifer there, Sean, and just took all the pace off it and dropped it short.
Corey, the amount of spin and speed that Jennifer is executing on these serve returns, she's just chopping so hard into that ball, giving Jiaqi really nothing to work with due to the spin and the speed, just really jamming that ball out. We're tied up at 8 apiece. Jennifer trying to redrop. Now one more serve to try to tie this game up. And Jiaqi able to break both of Jennifer's serves. 2 game points for Jiaqi Zheng, playing for ICC.
Much better play there from Jennifer, Sean. Not sitting there playing the short. She dropped the serve and then pushed out. She does not want to sit there and play short all day with Jiaqi. Jennifer will not win that battle.
Oh, great deep push off the serve by Jennifer, creating maybe a softer opening than Jiaqi wanted, and then Jennifer just jumping on it with her backhand hit.
That's the type of serve returns Jennifer needs to do.
10-all. Oh, what a backhand over the table flip.
Mental mistake there from Jennifer.
Jiaqi now with her 3rd game point. Again, she has the serve, trying to even up this best-of-7 match at 2 games apiece. Again, Jennifer up for the challenge, just really jumping on those soft openings.
That soft opening is really created by that first heavy push. It's getting so deep. Like you were talking earlier, Sean, about the white line. That push is right on the back line.
What an aggressive serve and follow. Just loading it up. Challenging Jiaqi to go for the kill and then coming in with her own forehand follow-up. Biggest point of the match right now for Jennifer Wu. And Jiaqi up for the challenge, able to withstand Jennifer's misdirections. Wow, what a backhand loop by Jiaqi.
That time she was ready for the long push, Sean. She actually started her stroke there as Jennifer was making contact. She knew what was coming. That was the first time Jennifer went long push to the backhand. She was going long push to the Jiaqi Zheng forehand.
And Jiaqi Zheng has tied up the match at 2 games apiece. with a very difficult 14-12 victory. 2 games that Jiaqi has won have been induced where Jennifer has taken an 11-4 and 11-6. So we have got a match on our hands. 2-2 from teammates in Beijing to 2 women going for the national singles title here at the Brooklyn Bowl in Las Vegas. Both players just staying toe-to-toe, not giving an inch. And Jiaqi Zheng able to even up this match at 2 games apiece.
Sean, from the replay, you can see how much of a technical sport table tennis really is. Jiaqi Zheng's forehand, the length of it isn't more than 6 to 8 inches long. It is so short and compact, but man, she really thumps that thing. You can see on the screen here, Jiaqi Zheng being coached by Liang Tonghui out of the ICC, and she was telling me pre-match that she plays about 5 times a week, 1 to 2 sessions a day. 1 session's about 2 hours long, and she really trains with all the ICC coaches so that she can get a bunch of different styles.
You know, Jennifer has been playing exceptionally well herself, not only at the 2 tournaments leading up to this, but ever since the Pan Am Games. She's really been on a high, knowing she will be playing in Rio. 2 games apiece, best of 7 for the women's singles crown of 2015. Corey, I do not know how Jiaqi was able to cover that wide forehand. Just amazing footwork to get out so far, and then to come back with a forehand smash.
And that low opening, Sean, has been giving Jennifer some problems. That time she opened really short on the table, and Jennifer kind of falling for that bait and reaching for it.
That combo, Corey, when Jennifer opens up high and spinny with the back, and then she takes that next one right off the bounce. Really handcuffs Jiaqi from getting that forehand smash in.
Sean, the biggest contrast so far has been anytime Jennifer is able to make a first opening, she's in the driver's seat in the point. And on the other side of it, when Jiaqi's making the opening, Jennifer's push is so penetrating that she's only able to open soft.
Oh, what great placement by Jennifer Wu. Just really working the wide angle to the backhand and then back to the center of the court. A lot of the players have mentioned about the altitude here this week in Las Vegas, but really for Jennifer Wu, she's had no difficulty keeping that ball down. Wow, Jiaqi had a great escape on that last point. That server turn popped up, but Jennifer unable to take advantage. Now Jiaqi, a little bit of a lead here in game 5.
That same soft opener with the short pitch, Sean. Jennifer's having trouble. She's going to have to respin that ball.
And Jennifer has just called a timeout. She does not like what she's seeing here.
She doesn't want this game to get out of hand because this is a really pivotal game. Going to get some advice from Coach Bo Sun. You can see the motion from Bo Sun in the corner. Cut out, be ready for the soft opening, and play off of it. I could just see Bo Sun motioning that to her. So that's something to watch as this game continues. And the other thing to be curious is if Jiaqi is going to counter that with some long serves every now and again, because if Jennifer's making that punch off of Jiaqi's first opening, it's going to be really hard for Jiaqi to score.
This is really, Corey, the first time that we've seen in the tournament that Jennifer has really been slowed down and her speed taken away from her. Jiaqi, again, with the tips out rubber on her forehand, very strong on the serve and serve return. And clearly, her backhand move, when she gets that going, really complements the forehand smashes. Two completely different types of spins.
Coach Bo Sun is really animated over there coaching Jennifer, really wanting her to cut out. And she's from Beijing as well, so her coach in her corner, they've probably known each other since they were 10 years old. And also, since Jiaqi is from Beijing, Bo Sun knows Jiaqi's game really well too, so she knows what she likes and doesn't like.
Oh, that time, Jennifer getting the better end of the drop and drop game. And you can just hear that heavy spin off of Jennifer Wu's backhand.
And you can even see the nod of approval from Jennifer's coach.
What a great timeout that was. Down 6-3, brings it back to 5-6 to get back into this game.
And there's the push out right there. And I think as you're going to see Jennifer push out, Sean, she's going to keep doing it to the forehand side because Jiaqi can really load up the heavy spin. So that's a tougher ball to play off of than Jiaqi's soft opening with the short pips.
You know, Corey, that deep serve that Jiaqi does would normally handcuff somebody. Jennifer was able to spin that up and stay into a quick rally.
Jennifer's so fast, you can't really handcuff her. Her footwork is too good.
Oh, that ball caught the edge. And we are tied all 7-all, game 5. This is a best of 7 for the women's singles crown of the United States.
It looks like the only way to slow down Jennifer is to play the ball a little bit slower. When Jiaqi slows the rally down, that's when she's having her most success.
Jiaqi would have loved to have had that one back. She got the shot she wanted, just overhit just a tad. Again, tied up 8-all. Jiaqi winning the battle of the position, just moving the ball around, getting her forehand into play. And now with a 1-point lead and one more serve to try to get to game point here in game number 5. Jennifer missing on that forehand flip, and now must hold her serve to get back to deuce. Jiaqi much more confident with her risk taking so far in this game. And Jiaqi Zheng now takes a 3-2 lead in this best-of-7 championship match. Really controlling the short balls, the serve return, and getting a number of forehand smashes in.
Sean, if I'm in Jennifer's corner, she's going to have to do a better job of when she cuts out to Jiaqi's forehand, she's got to make it a little bit wider so that Jiaqi has to reach a little bit for that ball. She's kind of pushing it right into the forehand wheelhouse of Jiaqi. And she's got to get back to being a little bit more consistent. You can see how there she pushed it right into the middle of the table, but Jiaqi has no trouble with that ball. I'd like to see her sometimes bring that ball a little bit wider and then maybe bring the ball to the wide backhand of Jiaqi so that she can't get settled in and start really generating heavy spin off that reverse penhold backhand.
We saw in the semifinals, Corey, when Jiaqi was playing against one of her Olympic teammates, Wang Chen of New York, how Jiaqi just really slowed the action down, not really taking any risks. And you see a little bit of that right now where she's taken the zing out of Jennifer's forehand and backhand loops off the bounce. It'll be interesting to see how slow Jiaqi continues to play in order to reduce that speed and tempo that Jennifer's had all tournament long.
Yeah, they're really playing at Jiaqi's tempo right now. When Jiaqi slows it down, she's having success, and then she's adding a little sizzle with that backhand.
Great shots by both players. Halfway through the point, you think Jennifer has the advantage, then you feel Jiaqi has it. Jennifer with that heavy topspin right off the bounce on her backhand side, and then with the forehand catching the edge of the paddle. That ball looks easy, but it's a full extension, and really she doesn't want to go clean into Jiaqi's forehand because she will get a forehand counterattack. Not really sure whether to place it or go for an all-out winner.
When that ball's up, that's the altitude shot in Vegas, Sean, that we've seen all week when they're a little bit over the table. If you lift the ball up over the table, it's not going to come down. Even though Jennifer spun that ball, she's going to have to get on top of it and drive through it. And that's the recipe she had in games 2, I believe, or game 3. She would cut out, and then when Jiaqi gave her that soft opening, she was going with the punch instead of the spin.
Right now, Jiaqi doing an excellent job of just withstanding these attacks from both sides of Jennifer Wu. Just giving her nothing to work with while keeping the ball low and moving it around. What a forehand kill by Jiaqi Zheng. That point was all over the place. Jennifer with a very nice forehand wide, following up with the backhand, then an even wider shot to the backhand. Jiaqi staying with it, setting up the forehand, and they're just banging it for the winner. And that's the 1-2 combination, Corey, that we really haven't seen so far in this finals. Anytime Jennifer goes twice to the forehand, you know Jiaqi is loading up the forehand smash.
Better location there on that opening shot. She got the ball right into the middle. Jiaqi was kind of waiting on the forehand side, and she was a little bit locked up.
And that was a huge point for Jennifer Wu to stay within striking distance
Every point now for Jennifer is crucial, Sean.
Jiaqi just got a little bit ahead of herself on that last backhand. We've just seen momentum shifts left and right throughout this match. What a combination by Jennifer. Not only those heavy digs, but taking the loops right off the bounce and hitting much flatter without as much topspin.
Yeah, Sean, she's starting to play more solid, too. She's not taking as much risk. She's going to make Jiaqi be the one to go for the risk. Just when I said that nobody can lock up Jennifer, that serve went right to the middle, right at the decision point, and she chose backhand, which was the wrong decision.
Again, Jiaqi with a very impressive backhand loop down the line after being sent out wide to the forehand. Here we see the heavy cut. Then all of a sudden, bang right off the bounce, and then it comes back even faster to the forehand. Jennifer with a lucky net there.
One thing that Jennifer's going to have to change is she can't exclusively go to the deep cut because Jiaqi starts to wait there and she's making a better quality ball. She's got to play a drop shot sometimes just to keep Jiaqi off her toes.
Oh, very aggressive backhand flip on the serve return. And now Jiaqi has some breathing space here, up 8-6 in game 6. 3 points away from the women's singles title. And Jiaqi with a very strong backhand topspin opening and is now 2 points away with one more serve in this best of 7 match. Again, Corey, Jiaqi able to find that so small middle ball position.
She keeps spinning the ball up in Jiaqi's backhand.
And we now have 4 match points for Jiaqi Zheng. And Jiaqi Zheng has it. She is the 2015 U.S. National Women's Singles Champion. No one is more excited than Jiaqi Zheng. She's over getting hugs from her coaches. She will shake hands with the opposing coaches. And with that win, she will also move directly into the North American Olympic Trials Finals.
And Sean, she also now qualifies for the world team because she actually can qualify for the world team.
So right now, we're going to take it down to the floor.
National Women's Champion.
Thank you very much, Ryan. We also have to give a lot of credit to Jennifer Wu for second place. Jennifer, we have a medal for you. Thank you very much. Let's hear for Jennifer from New York. Jennifer goes to Rio for the Olympics, right, Jennifer? Yes. And Jiaqi, let me ask you, second national championship, and now you've won it. How does that feel?
I still can't believe I made it.
She can't believe she made it. What do you think the difference was? It was pretty tight and still tight at the end. What do you think?
Well, I don't know.
She just did a better job. So you've been a college champion, and now you're U.S. Women's National Champ. Congratulations to Jiaqi from ICC. Do you want to thank anyone? Jiaqi, do you want to thank anyone?
First, I want to thank you for ICC. We're from Milpitas, California, which was all the way support me. Without you guys, I couldn't make it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ICC. We're going to move on. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. Thank you, Ryan. Good supporter of table tennis, paddle pals. Probably need some muscle here, Ryan.
So Corey, right now, we've got Jiaqi Zheng, our new U.S. Women's Champion. She will bypass the first U.S.
And now we're going to move on to our awards presentation for the umpire of the tournament. I'd like to welcome to the court the referee of the national championships, Ray Cavicchio.
We'll be right back for the men's
singles. Give a big
singles.
round of applause for Ray Cavicchio. He's responsible for all the good calls you experienced. All the bad calls were somebody else's fault. And now he's going to be presenting the award to the umpire of the tournament, Mr. David Peck. All right, guys, stick around because the men's finals is going to be coming up in about 5 minutes. There's more free stuff, and I'm not going to lie, it's even better than the free stuff from earlier. So if you caught something earlier, and I don't mean that in a Vegas sort of way, I mean free stuff here, consider yourselves lucky. But if you want something better, make a lot of noise during the match. We got an exciting one coming up.
I just needed to frame you.
30 seconds?
No.
How long?
I don't know how long your time. I'll give you a count. I'll give you 3 counts.
I have no idea the length.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Corey, we have 2 very strong players in the men's singles final with Mark Hazinski. Here's the road he came to the finals.
In the first round, he played a defender from San Diego, Earl Alto. Then he took out Samson Dabina, Stephen Wong, and Alan Wong. So he had a tough road just to get here. One thing about Mark, Sean, is he's been in this stage before. He's been unsuccessful in the finals his previous 3 trips, but he's been on this stage and he's playing against a younger player who hasn't been on this stage. So one thing I'm curious to see is how the young Feng Yijun is going to deal with being on such a big stage. Sometimes we see people panic and sometimes we see them thrive. So that's what I'm kind of curious to see here.
So with Feng's road to the finals, beating U.S. superstar and veteran Danny Siemler in straight games, then taking out the number 2 seed Michael Landers in a very hard-fought match, and then against Zaman Mola, just a real crowd pleaser. Again, 18 years old, playing out of Georgia. Just an amazing style. Again, we're going to see a penholder, reverse penholder style attacker against Mark Hazinski, who again plays the traditional shake hand script. Both players extremely tall, a lot of power coming our way.
No question, but the thing that's different between the reverse penhold grip of Feng Yijun versus Jiaqi Zheng is Feng Yijun plays smooth rubber on both sides, so he doesn't hit on the forehand. He's going to be bringing power loops off the forehand side. And in Feng Yijun's first round, he played Mark's coach, who's been coaching Mark since he was about 11 years old when Mark lived in Indiana, Dan Siemler. So he's going to have plenty of notes on Feng Yijun, and he's going to maybe Dan share with him what not to do, because Danny was unsuccessful, but hopefully his student will be a little bit more successful than he was.
Right, and I think, Corey, as we had a chance to watch the players warm up earlier today, Mark is going to be coached by his wife, Sarah Hazinski. They have quite a backstory about how they met and also where they got married.
Sean, tomorrow is their 7-year anniversary of when they got married here in Las Vegas. So that's pretty cool. They just got a house together. They both live in Plano, Texas. And they coach at a club called the North Texas Table Tennis Center, which is in Plano. The club was originally owned by Feng Yijun's father and hired Mark to be the head coach of the club. So they've known each other, but there's a big age difference. So they're not exactly friends just because there's a 12-year age gap. So they're not friends either. But they've played with each other. And Mark's wife was telling me they used to call Feng Yijun Little Tom. His American name is Tom. They call him Little Tom. Well, he's not Little Tom anymore. And now Mark gets to see just how big he's gotten in the biggest stage in the country.
And on top of that, Sarah Hazinski wasn't even poised to be here. She only showed up at the last minute.
She booked her ticket on Thursday once Mark got to the quarterfinal stage and said, if you win, I'm coming. So she made her trip and she got here yesterday. And started supporting him. Immediately, Mark sat her in the coach's corner. So I was pretty sure it's just like it is at home, Sean. She tells him what to do at home. She's about to tell him how to play ping pong.
So we are going to introduce the officials for the match.
Are coming out
you
of the
might
court.
recognize him from not only American Idol and famous TV shows, but the award presented just a few moments ago. Umpire of the tournament, head umpire David Peck. And assistant umpire for this match, from California, the northern part, Kenny Tien. The umpires get seated, we will introduce our first contestant for the men's finals. He's 18 years old, the 10th seed in this tournament. He comes from Atlanta, Georgia, and he's representing ITTA. Put your hands together for the first-time finalist, Feng Yijun! Very physically fit, as you can see. Laps around the table, a few times staying warm. And his opponent is far from a new kid on the block. It's his 21st U.S. National Championship. That's right, he's the 7th seed in this tournament, and this is his 4th time in the men's singles finals. 9-time U.S. team member, 2004 Olympic team member from Plano, Texas, representing North Texas Table Tennis Club. Make some noise for Mark Hazinski! A little high five on the way as he continues his lap. Complete opposite side of the court. And as the players look at each other awkwardly, we will be moving on to our 2-minute warm-up shortly. Umpires will take care of the coin toss and all that.
This will be a best of 7 match. And you know it's going to be great because David Peck is the head umpire. Once again, I'd like to remind everybody that after this match right here, you can stick around.
All right, Corey, we're in for a real barn burner. 2 heavyweights, the tallest players in the field. Hazinski in his 4th men's singles final, trying to get the first W against a very young 18-year-old Feng Yijun. What are your thoughts going into this match?
I've played Mark since I was 8 years old, Sean. I'm 32 years old now. We've battled against each other pretty much our whole table tennis career. He's really used to this stage. He's been here before. We don't know that much about Feng Yijun. His junior career here was very short. He didn't move to the United States until he was 8 years old. He was born in China, but his game is unbelievable. Very smooth. He took out number 2 seed Michael Landers in the second round, and everybody was surprised at how good Feng Yijun has gotten playing out of Atlanta, Georgia. He still goes to native country China during the summer months to train. I'm curious to see who's going to be able to get in the most forehand attacks. Mark is going to want to play as many forehands as possible. He plays really safe on the backhand side. The forehand side is explosive, to say the least. And Feng Yijun is a little bit more even on the forehand, but the backhand side is really explosive, and his footwork is lightning. He can cover the entire court, barrier to barrier, no problem, as we got to see last night in his semifinal match against Zaman Mola.
Both these players extremely tall, very strong short games, so I think we'll see a little bit of a battle of initial position before they'll try to unleash the power of their forehands. Hazinski, again, as we heard the announcer mention, 2004 Olympic team member. Both these players hoping and looking towards Rio to continue the Olympic flame and drive. So we'll be flipping the coin.
Ask your commentating husband. So Judy, tell me how Corey Eider, the commentator right over there,
Hazinski has won the toss.
Nationals proposed to you. What's the romantic gossip?
Now he's going to go over and get some final
Not
advice
gossip, just the truth.
from
It's coming directly from you.
wife Sarah.
How did he do it? How did he ask you?
And they are going to
So
keep
it's
on
a
the same
US
sides.
Open,
Again, this will be the best of 7 games for this men's singles championship here at the Brooklyn Bowl in Las Vegas.
None of the above. I'm going to keep guessing until you
Both
tell us.
players
Oh, it's time. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
taking care of final preparations as they get their towels ready. It looks like Hazinski will start serving. Or maybe he's actually given the serve up. Or they're going to do their 2-minute warm-up right now. Keith, Corey, going into the matchup of the forehands, you've got Feng Yijun. You can just see that rapid-fire forearm, wrist, full body. Hazinski really known for his backhand play as well. Who do you feel will actually have the upper hand if they go forehand to backhand?
Forehand to backhand, I think Mark's forehand is definitely stronger than Feng Yijun's, but Feng Yijun's backhand is definitely stronger than Hazinski's backhand. So that's where the contrast in style is going to be, and the short game is going to be so important. Mark can open up pretty heavy with the backhand. Off underspin, off topspin, he plays a really safe kind of placement. He's going to try to tie up Feng Yijun in the middle, which is right between the backhand and the forehand. And you guys are going to get to see just how good Feng Yijun's footwork is, because he's so hard to hit his elbow, which is where most players are weak when you're this tall. So that's kind of where we're going to see the match go. Whoever can play their strength into the opponent's weaknesses, that's who's going to be successful.
We saw earlier in the quarterfinals and semifinals with Feng Yijun having such a great drop shot off the serve, putting so much spin on the ball. Hazinski, in doubles play especially, has shown that he's able to control those short balls, move it around. It appears both players are ready.
One thing I think, Sean, that'll help Feng Yijun in this match was the fact that he was in such an electric atmosphere last night in a semifinal match. He's been around a crowd of this magnitude, so that I think prepared him for this match right here.
So Feng will start serving. This is a best-of-7 match. Men's singles title on the line. And there's some heavy backhand topspin by Feng right out of the chute. What a third ball attack there.
Yeah, a little bit of a miss hit there. Kind of lucky by Feng Yijun. Mark's going to have to do a better serve receive than that if he's going to be successful.
And there's that heavy drop shot. That ball did not come out at all.
If Mark wouldn't have touched that ball, Sean, I think it would have went back over to Feng Yijun's side without even going in the net.
And wow, a 4-0 surge right out of the blocks. Boy, the power that Feng has just on his initial 2 balls, it's almost backing Hazinski up.
Yeah, Mark's going to have to get off the table and play a little bit just to deal with the speed and power of Feng Yijun.
Oh, nice play over the table by Hazinski. Definitely think Hazinski's going to serve a little bit more topspin to just take that short return away from Feng. Anytime the ball leaves the court, the match umpire will inspect it to make sure nothing's happened to it. Feng Yijun really mixing up the serves.
Yeah, it's not really mixing it up, Sean. He's serving topspin the whole time. You saw this last night against Mola. Mark's just going to have to get used to it.
That's a nice directional block there by Hazinski, but he trails 3-7 in this initial game. What deep placement by Feng, just jamming
Mark's not
into the
going to be able to
backhand.
turn like that. We saw Mola try to do that last night, where Mark's going to turn the corner right here, and Feng Yijun just ties him up completely.
And now, a service error. Not something that you want to have happen in that first game of a men's singles title match.
Mark just looks really uncomfortable so far, Sean. Hazinski is just not comfortable yet. And Feng Yijun has not helped Mark get comfortable at all. Come out blasting on all cylinders.
And again, that topspin serve gives Feng game number 1, 11-3.
And Sean, it's been the same serve the whole entire game. I don't know why Hazinski keeps missing it. Maybe he's trying to overplay that ball a little bit. Just a little bit antsy. It's the first game on such a big stage.
Well, definitely the 18-year-old has had no difficulty getting his big forehand in. I mean, he's coming with both guns out, the backhand off the bounce, the forehand turning rips. Hazinski's just really been left to keep the ball on the table. Feng is picking and choosing when he wants to drive it and clearly the serve and serve return game has been all fun so far.
Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head, Sean. And the problem for Mark is
I'm sorry. All right,
you don't know how the young guy's going to come out.
Women's national champion?
Remember when we were talking earlier, you have two ways when you deal with a lot of pressure. You either thrive or you go down. And so far, Feng Yijun is absolutely thriving in this environment. He feels loose. He's ripping off both sides. Hazinski has got to find an answer to kind of shut him down a little bit.
Here we have game number 2, Hazinski to serve. Oh, look at that backhand. He took that thing right off the bounce. Didn't even let the ball breathe. And that's off of Hazinski's serve. Oh, Hazinski with a nice recovery there. That serve got away from him, but he was able to put his racket on the ball. Corey, that backhand attack off the bounce has just been lethal.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning before, is if this goes backhand to backhand, Hazinski is in a whole mess of trouble.
It just appears, Corey, that off of the serve, Hazinski's just putting the ball on the table, and it's giving Feng, with such great footwork, a chance to tee off on the ball.
And Mark trying to pump himself up a little bit, get the juices flowing a little bit so we can start reacting a little bit faster. He's looked a little bit slow here out of the gate. Some nice misdirection there, Sean. I played Mark in doubles earlier in the tournament, and that shot right there, that kind of fade to the wide backhand. This one right here, that fade, that's misdirection, and he whiffed on it. I can't even tell you how many times I messed up on that ball. It is really tough to read where he's going.
And again, Hazinski having some difficulty turning the corner and trying to get his big forehand in. You know, Corey, the difference between Feng playing that backhand off the bounce with huge topspin, it's forcing Hazinski just to block the ball, just to try to keep it in play. That's a nice forehand there by Hazinski.
You know, Sean, in the last match in the women's final, you saw a lot of top-spinny backhands back and forth. Mark doesn't have that shot on the backhand side, so he's stuck blocking, which gives Feng Yijun even more time to continue his attack.
Oh, a lucky net ball there. Really tied Hazinski's feet.
It's the same topspin serve, Sean. I don't understand why he keeps missing it. Feng Yijun hasn't even mixed in an underspin serve off of that reverse motion. There's no reason to keep missing that.
And wow, just as you said it, Corey, Feng has found a serve, has been paying dividends, just direct point after direct point. Since he needs to find some way to diffuse that heavy topspin. You hear some of the fans in the crowd trying to give Mark some extra encouragement. And so far, the tempo, the rhythm,
everything's going Feng Yijun's way so far, Sean. Just absolutely locking Hazinski up on the backhand.
And Feng Yijun takes game number 2 in the exact same strong fashion, winning the first game at 3, game number 2 at 4, and Hazinski still looking for the answer on the serve. Feng Yijun having no difficulty whatsoever getting his forehand in as well as his backhand attacks, but the serve has been the difference so far.
Yeah, without question. And Feng Yijun's not doing anything special on the serve. It's just a really basic reverse topspin serve motion. But it's giving Mark trouble, so there's no reason for him to mix it up either. I'm not even saying he can't mix it up, but he just hasn't needed to. Hazinski trying to get some words of encouragement from his wife, Sarah Hazinski.
And you can see the concern on her face.
Yeah.
She's telling him, you got to do something different than just put the paddle out there.
Yeah, and I think Coach Feng Yijun's coach is just more the same. I mean, he's won his games at 3 and 4, so clearly he's not going to change his tactics at all. You know what you're going to get if you're Hazinski. It's just a matter of, can he stop it? That's been the issue. Can Hazinski stop Feng Yijun from just unloading on the backhand?
That backhand is just a slingshot by Feng. He times that so well. Hazinski just has to keep that ball on the table one shot longer. Wow. Feng Yijun taking it not only cross court, but down the line off the bounce.
Mark is just not moving well, showing up to that short ball.
That is a very difficult ball to return. The amount of side spin that Feng can put on that backhand flip, just really making life miserable for Hazinski. How many times is that now?
A lot.
It's just that same top spin
the
serve.
only thing he's changing on that serve is a little bit with the depth and a little bit of the placement. Sometimes a little bit more to the backhand, sometimes a little bit more to the forehand.
Oh, you could see Feng really getting low on that last forehand.
One thing, if I was Hazinski right now, Sean, I would serve a couple deep ones.
Just to back him off.
Just to back him off. Get yourself into a rally. Feel the ball a little bit. The short stuff, he is just getting crushed. Right, just like that, Sean. Serve it out, turn the corner, and rip. Because at least Mark has that point on his racket. Versus before, he's not getting anything to hit.
And there's the deep serve that you mentioned, Corey, that on that ball it seemed to hang a little bit. Feng able to turn the corner and get his own forehand in.
Yeah, the tactic wasn't bad. The execution wasn't very good.
Mark's looking at the table, really having a tough time dealing with the bounce. Beautiful third ball attack by Hazinski. That was a must-win point.
Yeah, without question, Sean. He's starting to get the serve a little bit longer, making it more difficult for Feng to drop shot the first ball. This is another must-win point, though, for Hazinski. He goes down 0-3. He is not looking good.
Oh, and got away with a little half lift. Feng had a wonderful drop shot, catching Hazinski with a half step back, but Hazinski able to just pick it up at the last second. Timing was too difficult, but scored to bring Hazinski back 7-5. Oh, great counter looping from both players.
Yeah, Sean, if Mark can't score on that point, he's going to have a heck of a time winning this match, because that's Mark's strength. he's really good forehand to forehand, but he just looks uncomfortable. It's the same topspin serve that Feng has been serving for 2 3/4 games now. He's still lifting it off the end.
And those were much better attacks there by Hazinski. He really drove those balls much more forward. Nice backhand position. Then here comes the big forehand to the forehand, jamming it to the backhand. Direct point off of the backhand mistake. Oh, nice little misdirection there by Hazinski.
Yeah, he must have been watching Jennifer Wu make that shot in the last match.
He's going to have to come up with the goods here against Feng's serve down 9-7.
He cannot give Feng a missed return here, Sean. He's got to make him play the point.
What a big forehand loop by Hazinski. He completely went for that ball. There was no question about who was going to win that point.
Feng Yijun called the timeout there, Sean. I don't know why. Maybe he wants him to change the serve after he saw that. Feng Yijun just served a bad serve that time. He needs to keep that. If he keeps that ball short, that's the ball Mark's had more trouble with than the deeper one. But if I'm Hazinski, I think about the return I want to make in my head and go for it. You cannot hesitate in this altitude. You chicken out and you lift up on the ball when it has topspin on it, it's not coming down. Not in the altitude, not in Las Vegas, no chance. You've got to drive through the ball a little bit more when you're getting incoming topspin.
It'll be interesting, Corey, to see if by any chance after that timeout that Feng's coach might have suggested maybe it's time to throw an underspin serve in there or to go with the same tactic that's worked so well, although Hazinski did make a very strong forehand loop off the last serve to bring it within 1. And once again, the topspin serve. Hazinski going long on the return, and now 2 game points to extend it to a 3-0 lead in this best-of-7 match for the U.S. men's singles title. Oh, Hazinski takes the point off of an errant backhand attack to bring it back to 9-10. One more serve. And a huge forehand flip kill by Hazinski, and we are tied up at deuce. And you can see the look on Hazinski's face. It is all business right now. Any hesitation he's had earlier in this match is completely gone. Oh, Hazinski had the ball he wanted, just a little bit deep into the backhand corner.
A little bit of side spin that Feng Yijun gets off that reverse penhold backhand kind of curved into Mark's body, causing the error.
Another must-win point for Hazinski. And Feng Yijun with a monster forehand re-loop. He's got the fist up, and now he is leading 3-0 after winning comfortably at 3 and 4, won by the narrowest of margins, 12-10, and is now 1 game away from the men's singles title.
Sean, that was a really bad decision on the last ball by Hazinski. He really needed to take this ball. You'll see it come over right here. The first ball he takes out wide to the forehand. He needs to take this ball right here to the backhand. Instead he goes to the forehand, and boom, Feng Yijun comes with the big forehand back at him.
We'll be right back for game 4.
Now question, which Algetti are you? Sharon, all right, Sharon. What table tennis player and United States legend has a table tennis grip named after his grip? Dan Seamiller, here's a gift certificate. Awesome, awesome. Last question real quickly. Which Algetti brother just won a gift certificate? Which Algetti brother? Who was it? Nobody was picked. Sharon, here you go. Back to the match. Game 5 coming up.
Love all.
And welcome back to the men's singles title match here at the Brooklyn Bowl in Las Vegas. Mark Hazinski on the far side. Feng Yijun is now leading 3-0 with the serve in a most improbable upset here, Corey. Both players playing exceedingly well, but Feng Yijun just having everything going his way on the serve and serve return.
Yeah, Mark Hazinski this game, Sean, has really come out and been a little bit more decisive on the return. Those first 2 returns were a lot more positive for Hazinski than it's been the first 3 games. Hazinski came out, and the first point you guys didn't get to see, but the first point Mark served a hook serve, and that's what he probably should keep doing because the return from Feng Yijun is not good.
Oh, and you see the great footwork of Feng on that one, just completely getting underneath the ball. And it seems every time Feng is able to get into Hazinski's backhand, Hazinski's unable to turn that corner and really getting jammed on the ball. And then one more double jam. That play has worked at least 3 times for Feng.
Good spin off the bounce there by Hazinski on the return shot. Those receives are a lot more positive than we've seen in the first 3 games. At least he's getting the ball on the table with some quality.
Mark going for the ball. I mean, he's not hesitating.
It's an absolute. That time, at least, it's a good miss. Before, when he was making his mistakes on the receive, it was like a hesitation miss. That little hesitation, and the altitude in Las Vegas is. That's the serve he should keep doing right there.
Oh, that's a nice combination there by Hazinski. He cannot afford any loose points at this stage of the match. Now leading 5-4 here in Game 4. Again, best of 7. Feng 1 game away. And that's a nice short serve there.
That's the serve I was talking about. The hook serve from Hazinski. He doesn't do it that much, but Feng Yijun, I saw him when he made the first receive when Hazinski did it the first time, and he just looked uncomfortable.
How many times have we seen Hazinski lift that topspin serve, and it just floats right off the end of the table? It almost seems, Corey, like the amount of topspin that Feng has, Hazinski just hasn't seen that. It seems like not only on the serve, but even that opening loop.
I mean, he's seen it. He's played some of the best players in the world. I don't know if nerves are playing a part of it, but he has got to find an answer in a hurry. I don't know why he changed up the serve.
And Hazinski calls a timeout right there.
Stay with the hook serve. He's been doing it the whole game. He's been scoring off of it, and then all of a sudden it gets to 6-6, and he just tries to do something different. Take a lesson from Feng Yijun. He found something Mark didn't like, and he just continue. When Hazinski found something that Feng didn't like, he didn't continue, and that's kind of an issue, and hopefully they're going over that in the Hazinski corner, because I'd love to see some more final action.
Absolutely. It seems like Feng has been very strong at controlling the depth of the ball when he drops it short, forcing Hazinski to step in at the last moment, and then when he gets into that heavy topspin rally, Hazinski really having difficulty getting his forehand into play. So right now, Hazinski trailing 7-6, as well as 3-0 in games. With this being the best of 7, Hazinski still has one more serve. Again, he's in do-or-die situation right here because Feng will be serving after this next point, possibly with a 2-point lead, or it'll be all tied up. Again, Feng Yijun having no difficulty opening up off the deep pushing of Hazinski. Oh, that backhand loop by Feng Yijun. I think Hazinski thought that after he made the first block, he could get back the offense, but Feng Yijun just continued the onslaught with a strong backhand topspin, and now is leading 9-6 here in Game 4. And we now have 4 match points for the 18-year-old from Atlanta. Feng Yijun, Hazinski with the serve. And Hazinski with a powerful backhand loop over the table. That's the first one we've seen him do this match. And Feng Yijun is the 2015 U.S. men's singles champion. The 18-year-old from Atlanta shows the #1 finger. He is the U.S. men's champion. He takes out Olympian Mark Hazinski in very convincing fashion, 4-0, with the scores of 11-3, 4, a game at deuce, and then 11-7. Just a tremendous result there for such a youngster, Corey.
Yeah, just starting in the fall, he'll be enrolling at the University of Georgia, and why not come pick up a men's singles title on your way?
We definitely know that Feng Yijun has world team on his mind by winning this title. He's qualified for the U.S. team, as well as he will be fighting for a chance to get to Rio. Let's take it down to the court and Ed Hogshead for the awards ceremony.
North America, he's going to present the first place trophy to Yijun Feng. This is the Dick Miles Cup. Let's hear it for Yijun.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
All right, and your finalists, we have Mark Hazinski coming up from Texas. Mark, congratulations to Mark Hazinski. Great tournament. So, Yijun, you haven't been playing in nationals lately, have you? And why are you back now? How does this feel?
Excited.
Excited, is that all you can say? I know you've been training, I know you've won national championships. But you were a bit younger, right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, this time was pretty hard. You know.
So it was pretty hard. So let's hear for Yijun Feng from Atlanta, Georgia. So I have to ask you, who do you have to thank?
I have to thank all the coaches of ITTA of Atlanta and New Jersey, Coach Wang Hui and Yijun. My other coach, Tai Wei, in Nanjing. Yeah, and also my parents, especially for all the support.
So you're thanking your parents. That's a good move. You know that, right? At 18, it's a really good move, right? So Yijun, we're going to see you again in the future?
Yes, of course.
Now, what does it mean when you win this? You also are what? On the men's team?
Yeah.
Yes, first time on the men's team as an 18-year-old for Yijun Feng. He does not have to participate now in the trial, is that correct?
Yes.
Well, let's get a big smile. Let's thank Yijun and Mark Hazinski. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Richard, for supporting table tennis. Thank you to all our sponsors. Terrific night. Appreciate everybody coming out.
And don't forget that you can stick around for some bowling until 11 o'clock. You've got free bowling courtesy of Brooklyn Bowl.
And I was going to say that, Adam, you can stick around. They got good food. Now, I asked the insiders, and they said the fried chicken. The fried chicken. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it. Now, since you got the muscles, you can carry the trophy back.
Thanks, and thank you all for coming out to the 2015 U.S. National Championships. We look forward to seeing you over the summer right here in Vegas and enjoy some bowling.
Corey, what an amazing
finals we had here, both on the women's side and the men's side. We saw great contrast in styles with the women's, both Jiaqi against Jennifer, and then we had Feng Yijun against Mark Hazinski. Your thoughts on the two matches?
Well, the women, we have two new national champions Jiaqi Zheng from California came and rerighted the ship after losing to youngster Crystal Wong in the semis last year. And Feng Yijun out of Atlanta, first time playing as an older person, let's say. He played as a really little kid in the national championships. Comes out and just plays lights out in the final and wins by really convincing fashion, 4-0. It might have been his least competitive match the whole tournament.
Well, it definitely felt like Feng from the start with winning the first two games so easily at 3 and 4, and then having the tough deuce game, just had more firepower, more serve and serve return on his side than Hazinski, and how Hazinski's going to have to go back home, regroup, get ready for Olympic trials after suffering his fourth defeat in men's singles play.
No question, Sean. It looked to me like Hazinski never got comfortable. You can see he started to kind of play some backhands, but he didn't have any offensive way of getting himself into the match. So Feng Yijun never felt uncomfortable. Hazinski felt uncomfortable from game one. He never got to sink his feet in and really rip some balls. And sometimes when you're playing a big final, if you can just hit a couple balls hard and release some of those endorphins, it's amazing how much that loosens you up. But Hazinski didn't get to hit anything like that. Feng Yijun didn't let him. His serve was too good. Hazinski's receive was too weak. And Feng Yijun just kind of railroaded him the whole way.
Yeah, clearly, youth had the upper hand tonight here at the Brooklyn Bowl. Great atmosphere, standing room only. The people were just on their feet, loving the action from the women's singles final all the way through the men's. Feng Yijun really showed that he will be the face of USA table tennis moving forward.
Without question, Sean. You know what would also be the face of USA table tennis moving forward is this atmosphere. It was unbelievable all night long, from the women's final all the way to the men's final. We had people in the rafters at the Brooklyn Bowl. We had a full capacity crowd here. We have to thank a multitude of people for making this happen.
Corey, it's been amazing here all this week in Las Vegas, highlighting it at the Brooklyn Bowl with One World Sport, bringing the action live around the world to table tennis fans that love ITTF table tennis. We've had such a tremendous amount of high-level play. The sport continues to grow by leaps and bounds. I really can't think of anything better than to have a young champion like Feng Yijun holding the crown above his head. We've got a lot of excitement for Team USA as we start heading towards Rio.
Yeah, there's no question. The sport's at a really high level right now, Sean.
So, once again, got to thank everyone for making this telecast possible. Feng Yijun, our new U.S. men's champion. Jiaqi Chen takes the women's crown, and both these players will be heading to the North American Olympic trials as U.S. champions.
The only thing we have left for the rest of the week is the trials for the World Team Championship, Sean, which will be held tomorrow the next day. But for Feng Yijun, he's already on the team. Jiaqi Zheng, she won't have to try out now. She'll be on the team, and she'll get a jump to Greensboro to maybe be